Ramnarayanram. This is the truth. We are born, and so we all must die. Death will come to everyone. The earth on which we live, where is it from? Where is creation from? It's from the sky. Everything, every object, every particle contains life. It requires cycles, transformation, and change. Change is a scientific law of nature. We must die, that is certain. Every object must come to an end, even the earth. The earth will also cease to exist. It will merge back into creation. We come from the 5 elements, and we will dissolve into the 5 elements. There will be rebirth from the 5 elements, just as all living beings are born and eventually die. But we must think about what actions we have taken after being born. The earth will end, and I too will die. One day, we will be buried in the soil or cremated in fire. Similarly, the earth will also perish, and a new earth will be formed. There are 50 trillion souls in the human body, but no one knows this. This knowledge was given by my Guruji, Balak Bramhachari Virendra Chakravarti, to the scientist Satyendra Bose, who discovered God. He was Guruji's disciple, and by taking the formula from Guruji, he became a great scientist. One day, Guruji told the scientist Satyendra Bose during a class where studies were taking place. Guruji was a respected person, so he was given a chair while the others sat on the ground. Guruji asked the scientist, "You tell me, one person is born and one person dies. How many people must die for one person to be born? If someone kills one person, they are sentenced to death or at least 20 years in prison. Scientists have caused the deaths of millions. Who will think about this? Nature will not spare you." The scientists present stood up, folded their hands and said, "Oh Guruji, when did I ever kill anyone?" Guruji replied, "But you have children. Think about how many children must die to give birth to one. You are a scientist after all." Then Guruji added, "Every human being has at least 50 trillion souls, give or take. We eat lentils, rice, bread, and vegetables, but what will those souls eat? What will we feed the 50 trillion souls inside our bodies? We don't even think about it. And we don't have knowledge of what we already possess." This knowledge was given to us by our Guruji to the scientist Satyendra Bose. The scientists then said, "Guruji, we had no idea about this." Guruji replied, "Now think about it, now that you have the knowledge. Just think about how many beings reside inside one person. And our genes, our cells, they tell us about every particle in the body, where the kidneys are, where the liver is, where the heart is. But the genes, from which children are born, the seed that is divided through the blood, where is that located within the body? No doctor can tell you that. Where is it within our body? It isn't there like that. It's instant, just like when we make tea or coffee with a machine." Similarly, when we contemplate, the sexual energy awakens in the body and a force is generated. From this, through the blood and the mind, our seed is created. When that seed is discharged, a child is born, and all of this is governed from above. Not every seed can produce a child. Birth cannot happen without the permission of the Almighty above. Humans make many mistakes, and they do so knowingly. No one will come and tell you, "I made this mistake, please forgive me, I didn't know, or I didn't understand it before." I would say, just as my Guru says, you have wisdom, consciousness, and eternal existence within you. Wisdom is the creator of the universe. It tells you from the beginning what not to do, what to avoid. Sit properly, stay calm, don't act. Yet, we still do those things. Why do we regret it afterward? It's impossible for anyone to act without first reflecting. If you reflect, your wisdom will tell you not to do it. If your wisdom remains silent, then go ahead and act, but wisdom will interrupt your actions and warn you, don't do it, stop, sit down, this is not the right time, do it later. And yet we go ahead and do it, and then things go wrong for us. We should avoid doing such actions. When we undertake something, we reflect on it deeply, follow principles, and only then act. But when we do something good, it's not because we are humans, it's because our mind compels us to do good. We tell our mind to do a task, and the mind goes and completes it. But our body doesn't actually do the work, it is the mind that drives the body to action. The mind itself is action, the mind is the supreme power, the mind is God, the mind is Allah, the mind is wisdom, the mind is the divine. This is 100 true. It is science. It is reason. We must value it, we must answer to it, and follow the commands it gives us. Yet, despite this, things continue to happen, and no one does anything about it. Man and conscience are the same. Before we take action, we have a goal. For example, if we want to go to Delhi, we have to book a ticket. For that, we need money, we need clothes, and we need a bag. We prepare everything and then we go. Whatever is necessary for the journey to Delhi, we use everything and we spend well. Before doing anything, we think about it. Yes, if what we think goes against our command or wisdom and we don't follow it, that will lead to our destruction. The only cause of a person's ruin is becoming their own enemy because they don't listen to wisdom. Wisdom is me, wisdom is you. We are all part of everything, but we don't acknowledge it. Has anyone ever seen God or spoken to Him? All those things people say are nonsense. If there is such a thing, show us. We want to see. You are God yourself, a part of Allah. So what is the need for Allah? Allah resides within us as wisdom. Whatever He says, whatever He directs and commands, that is what we all must follow. But we act according to our own desirous way, drink, eat whatever we want, speak ill of others, and ruin others. In the end, we ruin ourselves. We are responsible for our own downfall. When wisdom grants permission, when it gives strength, only then should you act. We are told to give charity because our Guruji, Balak Bramhachari, whose real name is Virendra Chakravarti, gave us initiation. Guruji took nothing from us in return. He only said one thing, when the time comes, I will ask, and you will give, won't you? Everyone raised their hands and promised to give everything. He only asked for our mind and heart. I just say that I am sitting here, that I will do my own work, my business. My life is not just about my family, though we must work for them. But the important thing is to prioritize what is right, what is for nature, for the sky, and for God, whose meaning people interpret in different ways. We must prioritize that, make use of it, and establish it in society. The religion created by humans can never give us peace. We find peace through the knowledge of nature, through its logical reasoning. Take the sun, for example, it rises, it gives light, does it ever ask us to worship it? Do we give anything to it? Could we survive without the sun or the air? The sun or the air has never claimed to be the owner of life. So how did we become the masters? Neither water nor the earth claims to be the owner. We won't provide you with a place to stay. We won't let you remain here. We will eliminate you, bury you in the ground. No one says anything like that. We grow up, we get married. After that, we don't even ask our parents, who gave us life, if they need food or drink. We drive them out of the house or send them to old age homes. We seize their property and throw them out of the house. Is this what we call religion? We should really think about whether this is truly religion.